Namaste students, welcome back to your value education class. Today we will study about a new topic, that is keeping a diary. To build a beautiful statue, a sculptor has to chisel off unwanted parts from the rock or stone. In the same way, if we want to perfect ourselves morally, then we had to give up the bad points and concentrate on good points. In this process, keeping a diary and recording honestly the deeds we have done during the day is a great aid. Many great people have been known to keep diaries. So let us know the 6 reasons to keep a diary. Benjamin Franklin used to begin each day by asking himself, "What can I do well today?" He then wrote those things down in a diary. Come to come the end of the that days, he would then review each of his goals, making a note of how he could improve on the things he did not do so well. It seems that he was ahead of the curve with scientific research, since confirming what he knew, that writing a diary had many psychological benefits. Here are just a few of them. The first one is improve the self awareness. Keeping a diary offers offers a chance to improve self awareness. Getting to know yourself in this way provides an opportunity to communicate your feelings in a tangible way. Current research looking into the diary keeping has shown that the act of writing provides a tool that can unlock the thoughts and feelings you might be disregarding. Next is helps you to manage the nerves. Keeping a diary has the ability to reduce our anxieties and settle our nerves in a potentially stressful situation. To keep a diary of your thoughts and emotions surrounding situations you feel uncomfortable with enables you to develop a sense of control and therefore reduce your anxiety. Third one is it improves metacognition. Sorry, children. Metacognition is the ability to critically analyze how you think. This means evaluating how well you performed and what caused your success and failures. Research has shown that people who keep diaries experience greater metacognition through the development of self regulatory strategies such as effective preparation, monitoring, and self questioning. This is a key part of developing metacognition. And if you are not sure what that is, still you can learn more. Next is it helps us to reduce the procrastination. Diaries have the ability to improve an individual's time management. There is a well known thinking bias called planning fallacy, which states that we underestimate the time it will take to complete a future task. By using a diary, we can, children, evaluate our past experience in order to better plan for tasks ahead. You can find more. Next is the improves your memory. Diaries have been shown to improve our working memory by allowing us to retain information for greater periods of time. The American Psychology Association state that although effects are modest, expressive writing frees up space in the working memories by removing the intrusive and avoided thoughts. Next is it improves your well-being. Evidence has indicated that keeping a diary can make you happier. Whilst it keeps like a trivial task, diary keeping has shown to reduce the depressive thoughts and behaviors by providing the writer with increased control. This useful intervention has always been seen to have a long lasting effects on mental health. It's not just a quick fix. The final thought of this children of diary keeping. We have discussed the scientific benefits of keeping diary. Diary keeping helps people in all walks of life, and it is really easy way to improve our your well-being. Just as Benjamin Franklin did by writing down your targets, reflecting on how well they went or consciously trying to improve them for the next day, you give yourself the best chance to success. We have a lots of more information on how to improve the metacognition. Let us study in detail in the future classes. This is the diary where we can see what we can write here. And he is Benjamin Franklin. So he is one of the greatest men of America. Greatest men of America. He was a printer, diplomat, scientist, and above all, a very great human being. We can see him, he attained to certain virtues with great patience and sincerity. You too can become a great like him by modeling your life on the way he did. It is the greatest gift to the mankind are the few pages of his autobiography where he explains how a diary helped him to imbibe the virtues which he thought he needed. About the time he was married, he thought of the bold and odorous projects of arriving at a moral perfection. He reflected upon his character and picked up 13 virtues where he felt he needed to change his habits to become perfect. So, the first one is temperance. Eat not to dullness. Secondly, silence. Speak not, but what may benefit others or yourself. Avoid trifling conversations. Thirdly, order. Let all the things have their places. Let each part of your business have its time. Next is the resolution. Resolve to the perform what you ought. Perform without fail what you resolve. Fifthly, frugality. Make no expenses, but do not, to do good to others or yourself, that is, waste nothing. Sixthly, industry. Lose no time. He or be always employed in something useful. Cut off all the unnecessary action. Seventhly, use no hurtful deceit. Think innocently and justly. And if you speak, speak accordingly. Next is justice. Wrong none by doing injustice or omitting the benefits that are your duty. Next is moderation. Avoid extremes, forbear resenting injuries so much as you think they deserve. Next is cleanliness. Tolerate no uncleanliness in body, clothes, or in habitation. Then we are having that 11th one, tranquility. Be not disturbed at trifles or at accidents, common or unavoidable. 12th is chastity. Be chaste. Last one is humility. Imitate Jesus and Socrates. So, to achieve the perfection in all, he decided to concentrate on one virtue at a time for a full week. After mastering it, he would go on to the next one for a week, thus taking 13 weeks to complete one cycle and doing 4 cycles in a year. He made a small notebook containing a page prepared for each each, and and he had put 7 columns for the days of the week, and there were 13 lines, one of each 13 virtues, and the first capital of the virtue was written on the line. And with a black pencil, his spot was marked whenever he committed a fault in respect of a virtue on that particular day. This was done every evening on reflection over the whole day. He gave a strict attention to each virtue successfully. During the first week, he concentrated to avoid the least deviation for temperance. He left the other virtues to their chance. They only marked every evening the faults of the day. Such concentrated attention kept the temperance or line spotless throughout the week and brought that habit under a sufficient control. He shifted to the second habit in the next week and tried to keep that line also spotless. He explains that the process was like weeding a vegetable garden. You cannot weed out the whole garden in a single day. You weed out one bed time at a time. On weeding out the 13th bed, you come back to the first one again. By this repetitive but concentrated process, it was slowly possible to see the pages of the book staying spotless. He could rub off all the spots after each cycle, but that made his notebook smudgy. After a few years, he changed over an ivory notebook which could quite easily be wiped clean. Over the years, he found his faults diminishing. In later years, he repeated the cycle once a year or once in 2 years. He regrets to record that he could never fully master order, thus wasting a lot of time searching for things which he had not kept a designated place. On one page of the notebook, he had charted out the program for a normal day, allotting time to various activities. He started the day by deciding on the day's resolution and that good he was going to do during a day. Similarly, he fixed a time for reflection on that day's activities. So, children, observation more the books, experience rather than the persons are the prime educators. So, with this, we end up with the value education about knowing the importance of keeping a diary. Thank you, children.